So I'm going to take you on a quick tour of my statistics course that we teach on Saturdays. Um, when we start the semester, actually even before the semester, I send a letter, an email to students that links them to this welcome announcement, which gives them information about the textbook, um, the WebAssign account that they'll have to set up, letting them know that we will need them to bring laptops or iPads or something to use for the class, because we only have 20 laptops and we usually have about 28 students when the semester begins. And let them know that they will be working in groups, information about what the flipped classroom is, information about video notes, which is a tool that I recommend for them to take notes with on the videos, because it timestamps the notes and then they're shareable through Google Drive. And the first week they actually have to do the Chapter 1 notes before class begins. Information about grading, information about a Texas Instruments emulator called WabbitEmu, which is available for a PC, Mac, and Android, and as well as tools that they might suggest for an Apple phone, and then a quick video about myself. Then, when the class begins, we bring them to the syllabus. I have links to the syllabus, topics, and calendar all in Google Drive, because they can be updated if a mistake is made or changes are made. And I do this every semester. I give them a calendar color-coded so that they can see information that they need, when dates are due, when spring break occurs, when Thanksgiving break occurs. And they can look at that whenever they want. We go over it usually at the beginning of each class, if there's reminders that are coming up about tests that are due. Here's information for the textbook. It's Collaborative Statistics, which is in PDF file as well as web-based, and they can purchase a textbook either through Amazon or through Lulu, which will print it on demand. They need to sign up for WebAssign, and as I mentioned, information about video notes and a tutorial on how video notes works. Then every week we'll just look at one, because they're all pretty much the same at that point. Chapter 1, I start out the class with just some quick information. Here's a little brain teaser, and this one is what happened. And they're being given some data, and they need to try to figure out what may have occurred to create this data on these deaths, and it's actually the sinking of the Titanic. Then there's a link to Chapter 1, which if they click on it will open up the web version. If they have the book, they can read it in the book. They can read it in the PDF if they've downloaded the PDF. And this brings them to OpenStax for the text. I asked them to post their lecture notes, as well as a question that they may need reviewed. Just something, that way I make sure that the first hour or so I am clarifying anything that the students don't understand. Again, another link to video notes. Here's a link to the chapters, and then some other videos of other courses from other faculty on YouTube about cluster and stratified sampling, because he did a very good job with the manipulatives on the video, and I just thought they were much better than me building something. Again, I thought it was a brilliant tool. A link to the WebAssign homework, and then information about how they would design their test, because I have them working in groups writing tests for the chapter, where I can make sure that they have covered relevant material and understand it and then they can work together to make sure that they have a passing grade, because I feel group work is a very important part of learning, because if they can't do it here in college or in high school, then when they get out to the real world and have to do it, and their job is depending upon it, they will be lacking. So that's just a quick tour of some of the technology that I use. Here's WabitEmu. As you can see, it brings up a Texas Instruments calculator. It has all of the tools that are available. Every button does exactly what it's supposed to. You can do programs, you can bring up the variables, everything is there. So it's free. So I feel that this is a much better substitute than having to buy a Texas Instruments calculator if they don't have one. And so thank you for watching, and I hope you have any questions. Feel free to contact me.